Alright everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new 2021 Lemax 'Tis the Season shops. Let's get into it.
Bring in the holidays. You're watching Villages and More.
Okay, so 'Tis the Season shops. This one is really cool. Reminds me a lot of, I think it's called the Winter Garden Inn. I believe we did a review on that last year. Same kind of concept, but really, they're just stunning. So let's dive right in here. Okay, so it was released in 2021, and it was a Michaels exclusive. Here's the SKU number right off the top as well for both Michaels and Lemax. It's going to be a SKU number of 15804. Now for some dimensions. We have 11.02 inches high, 10.16 inches wide, and 4.02 inches deep. So it's actually quite tall, and all things considered, it really would fit well alongside your village. Okay, product type is facades, and it is made of a poly resin. Now let's talk power. You will have two options, the first being 3 AA batteries or your standard 4.5 volt DC adapter. The draw on this is 110 milliamps, so you could definitely use this on one of those multi-purpose adapters, but I always recommend the single adapters just, to be on the safer side. Also, please note, neither of which your adapter or your batteries will be included. As for your on and off switch, it's going to be located on the bottom right side of your house. This is not going to be the one with like the roller switch. I'll try to get it up on the screen for you now. This is going to be a simple on and off switch as there is no soundtrack, so there's no need for a roller switch. Yes, no soundtrack. Okay, the price. We have $109.99. Coupons, people. Now lately at Michaels, everything has been 40% off, so you really would have your coupon sitting there ready for you. But if you did buy it brand new with no discount, it would be $109.99. All right, so that about wraps up the intricate details here, and let's dive in because we got a long way to go here, and I'm going to try to push right through it for you. Okay, so similar to the Winter Garden Inn, I really hope that's the right name of that house I'm referring to. I will double check on that. But anyways, the Winter Garden Inn and this house are very similar. They have a similar kind of, dimensions and layouts, and they're kind of one of those things where you get a lot all in one. So let's start right here on the top. You're going to notice from the top to the bottom, there is detail everywhere. There is quite a few chimneys, a bunch of different rooftops because there's a bunch of shops here. So it's absolutely stunning. As you move down more towards the middle, you're going to see a couple of the highlights. One of being the Christmas tree. It is beautiful, and all the lights, the way that they're flickering and whatnot, is just stunning. I really like it, and it's definitely a highlight for this house. The other thing is there's this like round image of Santa Claus that is actually really bright, and how do you explain it? Like, it's just really brilliant in color, and I hope that's the right description. It sticks out really nicely and matches beautifully with the tree. There is a lot of brickwork here as well. From the side to side, you will see there is no detail left behind. There's even bricks that are accent with different colors, and the way that the chimney plays off of them is just great. All right, there is also some signage around this place. We have everything from the Merry Christmas sign to the center sign that says shops, because that's exactly what it is. And there is also a few others. We have Noel's Cubby, which also features a little window where you can see like Santa and a couple things out front. Also, there is a wine bar here. Yes, a wine bar. And we also have another sign for holiday flowers. So really, it is a mixed, thing here. There's a lot to see, a lot of different things you can do, kind of like a downtown kind of thing. And there's a couple others around, like we have a, sell advertisement sign, 30 to 50% off. And then there is, of course, the 'Tis the Season sign. So there really is a lot to see, a lot of different characters, and there's Christmas trees and snow, and really it's just beautiful. And as far as adding a lot in one shot, this is the spot. Now, let's talk lighting. Very interesting choice here. So we have our normal kind of warm white lighting that you see typically on this kind of piece. However, this season for the 21 stuff so far, it looks like they've been using this LED kind of strip that I think it's the same one, or if not very similar, to the one used on the Christmas Grove skating rink. You'll see that in the review as well, and it kind of goes right through through the middle, and it's cool because they're really bright, and at least on this particular house, they stick out quite a bit. I think I mentioned in the review for the Christmas Grove that in comparison to the trees, it wasn't quite as bright, but here it does because they're not competing too much with, too many other colorful things. So again, you're going to get your warm lighting, kind of like a downtown feel, but with the accent of the LEDs, which play very nicely off the Christmas tree. So, final thoughts. If you're looking for something that can really add a bunch at one time and you don't have to break the bank to do it, this is a great option for you. Yes, it doesn't have a soundtrack, but how many of us leave our soundtracks running all the time anyway? The same thing over and over and over. At least for me, I tend to just kind of keep them either off or one or two on in the background. But again, all things considered, you really do get a lot here, and it's really nice in size. And also, for those of you that are looking to do something a little bit different, it does give you the option to hang this on the wall. So there's a couple like hook things in the back. When I did the Winter Garden Inn review, that was also the case, and I'm going to mention the same thing I mentioned there, that I do not know the strength of, the glue that's holding that back plate on. So if you're going to risk, this kind of money on hanging it on the wall, I'm sure it works great. I'm just not willing to try it, but maybe add a little extra glue on the back just to have that little extra security because you never know. But look, it's a great option. It's flexible, and that's unique because a lot of houses don't have the option of putting them, like on your wall, for instance. So I like the feature. Again, I'm sure it works great. I just probably would add a little extra glue myself just because, again, this is expensive in the sense that it's your hard-earned money. And yeah, it's 40% off, so maybe you're going to pay $60, $70, but that's $60, $70. So, just protect your money, protect your investment. It will last forever. It's absolutely beautiful. I think you will love it. I love it. That's why I got one. And I wanted to share it with you guys because it's just one of those pieces that's flexible, unique, beautiful, and highly detailed. So with that said, let's go ahead and hit the lights. We'll take a look. I think you're going to love it. And as always, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.